The last couple of years have seen a resurgence in the trend of legacy sequels, with notable ones like Top Gun, Maverick, and Beetlejuice bringing in younger audiences and more enthusiastic audiences. Hollywood A-lister Tom Cruise has carved his name in the genre of action, and let's face it, he's given so many of us the adrenaline rush we desperately seek through his roles. One of his most iconic roles is definitely that of Ethan Hunt, and with the Mission Impossible series coming to a close with an 8th installment, Cruise is open to exploring more of his tried and tested roles. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
15 to go.
Has a Days of Thunder sequel been confirmed? The 1986 fighter pilot flick Top Gun was for many cinemaholics their introduction to Tom Cruise. With his effortless charisma, dedicated stunts, and a face that kept giving, stardom came easily. In 2022, Cruise starred in Top Gun Maverick, which paid homage to the original film and gathered a dedicated fan base. The movie made $1.49 billion worldwide. As per Hollywood Insider, Cruise has been excited to look into making more sequels for not just the Top Gun franchise, but also his 1990 NASCAR-themed movie, Days of Thunder. The actor has mentioned that it took him nearly 35 years to figure out a sequel for Top Gun that would do the first installment justice. Talks of a sequel for Days of Thunder first came up in November last year, with the producer of Top Gun Maverick, Jerry Bruckheimer, set to play a role in the movie. Cruise usually plays an important role behind the scenes of his movies as well, in terms of approving the script and stunts, so sources revealed that he would ideally like to work with the people from Maverick. There have been talks with Paramount for the sequel, but nothing has been set in stone yet. What do we know about the release date? The project is still at a very nascent stage, and we don't know if the script has been written or approved already. If the sequel does end up being a reality, we'll probably be seeing it in theaters, not before 2026 at the earliest. Exploring the plot, the original Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder has become a fan favorite over the years, but after its initial release, the reviews were quite a mixed bag. While it had all the classic elements of an action film in classic Tom Cruise-esque style, many fans as well as professional racers had expressed disappointment with the way the movie was handled. So if a sequel is in the works, the team needs to come up with a more realistic version of racing. Considering the soaring popularity of F1, fans might not be so forgiving this time around. Cruise played the role of Cole Trickle, an upstart recruited by Chevrolet dealership tycoon Tim Daland for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Harry Hogg, former crew chief and car builder, had left NASCAR a year prior and was brought out of retirement to help Cole. After the latter makes quite an impression in a private test at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, he's hired by Harry. However, in the subsequent races at Phoenix, Bristol, Dover, and Rockingham, Cole is unable to perform well due to his inability to adjust to the bigger NASCAR stock cars, communication issues with his team, and the intimidation of Rowdy Burns, who was the reigning king. Harry trains Cole rigorously and leads him to a win in the next race. Cole and Rowdy become bitter rivals and get involved in a crash at Daytona. While recovering, Cole starts a romantic relationship with Dr. Claire Lewicki, played by Nicole Kidman. After a reprimand from NASCAR Top Gear, Cole and Rowdy set aside their differences and reconciled. While Cole recovers, Daland hires Russ Wheeler to fill in, but gradually seems to cut out Cole and his team completely, favoring Russ. When Cole is unable to win a race due to this, an all-out brawl begins between the teams. Daland fires both Cole and Harry. In the meantime, Rowdy needs a major surgery to repair a blood vessel in his brain, and asks Cole to race using his car so that his sponsorship will pay. He manages to get Harry back into his crew, and they work tirelessly, even signing a temporary truce with Daland to procure an engine. Cole ultimately beats Russ to win his first Daytona 500.
To be able to get as much raw and authentic footage as possible.
Who is involved in the production of the sequel? So far, only Cruise and Paramount have been rumored to be involved, and the latter has not made any comments regarding Days of Thunder 2. Finding a suitable writer for the film will probably be the first thing to do. Late Oscar winner Robert Towne and Cruise himself were heavily involved in the writing for the original film. Reports say that Maverick writers including Eric Warren Singer, Aaron Kruger, and frequent Cruise collaborator Christopher McQuarrie could also feature behind the scenes for Thunder 2. In fact, Kruger is currently working with Joseph Kosinski for F1, another racing drama starring Brad Pitt. To replicate the success of Maverick, Cruise is potentially going to involve at least some of these names.
Cole trickle now.
Will we see the original cast back together? This of course depends on the script for the sequel. Fans have been excited about the possibility of Nicole Kidman making an appearance, maybe following on from her role in the original. Kidman and Cruise started a romantic relationship beyond the movie, which continued for 11 years until a messy divorce. Considering their tumultuous personal involvement and her own schedule, she might not be coming back. However, recently Cruise has lauded his ex-wife's acting caliber, so we never know. Fans believe that he'll feature in a coaching mentorship role, and at least some of the original cast will make cameos. Marvelous verdict. Cruise will be seen in a new project by González Iñárritu, who made The Revenant. The cast includes Sandra Huller, John Goodman, Michael Stuhlbarg, Jesse Plemons, and Sophie Wilde. If the sequel happens, then it certainly looks like a lot of thought will be going into it. What do you think could be a possible storyline for Days of Thunder 2? Let us know in the comments.